Hey guys, and welcome back to another command block creation. Today we are going to be recreating a mechanic from, I believe the game is called Overkill. I've not played it myself, although I have watched some playthroughs of it. Anyways, this mechanic is basically a coin flip ricochet, which might not make a lot of sense until I show it. So let me just do that. Basically, the mechanic here is we're going to be throwing a coin, well, in this case an emerald, in the game it's a coin, and we're going to basically shoot it, and whenever we shoot it, the projectile is going to ricochet off the coin directly into whatever monster we're trying to kill. So it's really good because it is, in some sense, just a simple auto-aim. If you're just aiming at a simple target, you can just do this, hit the coin, and you're going to guarantee a hit. Pretty simple. But we also have some way cooler like trick shots you can do. In this case, obviously, I can't shoot this guy. There is glass in between me and the husk. So what we can do is throw our coin up into the side, wait for it to get around it, and then ricochet off the coin to hit enemies behind walls. Of course, I have another example where in this case we're actually going over the enemy. So once again, the same mechanic. We throw the coin up, and we hit it, and boom, it ricochets and kills the thing. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty effective weapon. Like I said, it's from the game Overkill. So it's not a ton of command blocks. I hope you guys enjoy. This is just giving the husk slowness for the demonstration, by the way. It is not part of the creation. Okay, the first of these is probably the simplest, and this is just going to make it so we can really just throw the emerald a lot farther. All we're doing is making a teleport forward and face slightly down, so that way it is slightly arcing over time, but this mechanic allows us to throw the emerald significantly further, which of course makes the ricochet even possible. Next up, we're going to be actually doing the summoning of the projectile. What's happening is that when the arrow actually comes in contact with the emerald, the arrow is going to get deleted, it's going to summon an armor stand, and that armor stand is going to track on to the nearest enemy, and that's the basic function for what's actually happening. So the first thing we're doing is summoning it, and then this is the mechanics for the actual armor stand. All we're doing right here is we are checking at anything named emerald. That would be the item, the emerald that we threw up in the air. If there is an arrow within 3 blocks, you do need to do 3 blocks because arrows can move faster. Even if you get a perfect hit, it still might not register because of how fast arrows move. But anyways, if there's an arrow within 3 blocks, we're going to summon an armor stand named Ricochet. Next up, we're going to give the Ricochet invisibility instantly. That way you guys don't see the actual armor stand because it would look not as cool. After that, we're going to actually play a little sound. So at the emerald, if the arrow hits it, it's going to play a little note chime, and that's just going to be like an audio indicator that you hit it. And lastly, we're just going to be killing the arrow if it hits the emerald. Pretty simple stuff. So that's actually it for summoning the projectile. Now all we have to do is the actual projectile itself. So the first thing that we're going to do is just add some simple particles to it, make it have a little bit of a visual appeal. Next up, we're actually going to be doing the teleport. However, I'm actually going to lower it a little bit because I think it was moving a bit too fast. We'll say 0.8. All this is doing is, as soon as the Ricochet is getting spawned, it is constantly teleporting, facing the nearest monster. Now, once it actually hits the monster, as in it is within the hitbox of the monster, that's what this command is doing right here. Dx equals 0 means that the armor stand is within the hitbox of the monster. It's going to give itself the tag kill. After this, it is going to do damage to the monster. In this instance, I'm doing 22 damage, which is just enough to kill a husk in one tap. You can change that to be whatever you want. If you want to make it something other than 22, you can make it higher or lower. As always, change that to whatever you need. All that we're doing here, though, is just making it so that the armor stand is doing damage as if the nearest player is what caused the damage. Next up, anything that has the tag kill and the name Ricochet, that means it is a Ricochet projectile that already hit an enemy. It's just going to get killed. Similar to that, we're just going to be checking if the Ricochet is in a block that is not air. So that's what this is. If they're in a block other than air, it's just going to kill itself. This way, you're not able to just have the Ricochet go between walls. You actually are going to need to arc it and do all that kind of stuff. Because it would make sense to like just, throw this up in the air and then hit it and then it just goes through the block. That would kind of ruin the mechanic. It's way more fun to actually hit it around the wall, wait for it, time it, and then actually ricochet and hit it. So this will work with any kind of arrows. You can use bows, you can use crossbows. Because of the timing, it's, I think, a little bit easier to use a quick charge crossbow, in my opinion. but you guys can use it however you want. But yeah, it's a really simple mechanic. Like I said, just take any emerald, throw it up in the air, shoot any arrow at it, and it's going to ricochet to the nearest enemy. That's all there is to it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye. Oh, also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, but I also recommend you join our Discord, the link for which will be in the description. And that's it. Outro, outro, outro. Bye.